An absolutely perfect fall afternoon for football, and we are under bright blue Colorado skies at Empower Field at Mile High in Denver. And off we go from Denver. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Herbert to throw right away. That's complete. It's the rookie from USC. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. On the run, this is J.K. Dobbins. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on 1st down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. But you look at this Bronco defense. Against the pass, they've had some issues. Ranked number 23 in the NFL right now.
They're in the bottom 10 in the league. I mean, when you look at their talent, you would think that they'd be much better. Overall, I don't think there's any question you'd have to say that they've underachieved.
Back to throw here, Herbert. To the left side, he's got McConkey. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 22 yards there, a 1st down. A give up the middle to Dobbins. Fights free at the 5. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now Herbert going to shift his guys around. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Quentin Johnston, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are on the board first here this afternoon. And for the extra point, Cameron Dicker. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead.
Next to score, Chargers 7, Broncos 7.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. Oh, trying to gauge the sun, and he muffs it. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Throwing, Nix. Flushed out right. right side here, and that's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Ready. Here we go, set.
Off the play fake, Nix. Sliding out of the pocket. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Kevontae Turpin, 44 yards. And the Broncos are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Lutz with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And they had lost 2 in a row prior to getting the open week last weekend, so potentially a chance for them to get away for a bit, keel up, and come back strong.
That's what the hope is anyway, because you're going to find out now with your team, are you still focused on being the best you can be for the rest of the season with the things going the way they have earlier this year?
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. He gets away from 1. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
From the 20, here's 2nd and 5.
5-9.
Herbert now. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Hey, go Lion.
Now it's Herbert. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And the Chargers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll run with Dobbins. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
Ray. Go.
Herbert. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Damone Clark fought his way through and buried him behind the line.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Go.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Broncos are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it.
And now off to the races down the right side. And this works to perfection. The double pass leads to a touchdown. Lutz will look to add the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the 1st quarter. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Charger drive about to get going. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it. And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35.
But it's certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
Trap 60, trap 60. Set. 18, run. Ready.
On play action, here's Nix. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. But you talk about the defense for these Chargers. They've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Street. Mustang 19. Go.
Nix to the air. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Khalil Mack able to record his 5th sack of the season. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up.
Panther 11. Set up.
From the gun, a give to Mitchell. Pushing his way through. And a stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage. Now Lutz for the field goal try. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. The kick by Lutz is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Charger drive about to get going. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
It was Joey Bosa working his way in to bust that one up.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Third down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sets his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Now Lutz for the field goal try. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. The kick by Lutz is good. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they had the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Here's Herbert. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Herbert throwing again. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And out of bounds right around the 20. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again. But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside. Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact. But in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
2nd and 10. Again, Herbert. Over the middle, complete. It's Johnston. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Quentin Johnston with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Chargers are back within a score. Well, only the 2 catches for him thus far, CD, but both of them have resulted in touchdowns.
And I think he's on the bench right now, Brandon, smiling at his position coach and telling him, all those times you talked to us about efficiency, I'm living it right now. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a 1-score, 6-point game.
And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They run over center with Mitchell. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Well, CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Here's 2nd and 10.
Track it, 60. Here we go. Here we go. Check out.
To throw, here's Nix. Throwing right, and that's complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
3rd and 4.
Here we go. Shaq.
And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're going. It's Nix. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. So they convert on 4th, and now from just outside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Try the right side with Mitchell. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive.
Come on. Set.
Now it's Nix. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Khalil Mack. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And that will make this a 9-point lead. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Now a deep one for Johnston. That is incomplete.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
19 tight. 19 tight. Go.
To throw is Nix.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way home for a Bronco score. Kevontae Turpin. 59 yards. And the Broncos come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. And now the offense is going to stay out there as the Broncos will go for 2. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And not willing to risk a return. This ball is going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going.
21.
Here's Herbert. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5.
Back to throw. Herbert. That'll be caught by Rice. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. That one complete to McConkey. And he's got this down to the 35. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. To the air again, Herbert. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that Incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Baylor Tiger. Baylor Tiger. Go.
They'll look to throw again.
It's Dobbins on the out route, bringing it in.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw again. And that is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
On 4th down, Herbert. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Broncos will take over on downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And out across midfield down to the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
First down, here's Mitchell. He works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 6. Right back to Mitchell here.
Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
They get this out quickly to the left side. Down the left sideline.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Broncos' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. And the lead is now 24. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Pat Surtain.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick six.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. As confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And my goodness, another interception.
And, oh, he takes a shot at the end of that play. Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And, Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters? I think that's what we're seeing from this group.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved.
Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down.
And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great effort there.
With his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos get another 3rd-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Escapes the defender.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Well, still in the third quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome, but completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game from here to the end. Make sure it's a good one and close it out.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Oh, that's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
2nd and 10 now. Third quarter action in Denver.
12. Set. Hey, ram. Go.
Herbert back to the air. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Set. Hey, go lion. Reel it.
Back to throw here, Herbert. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
21. Crowd right. Set.
They snap it to Herbert. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A shotgun handoff to Mitchell. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 66 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away.
Touchdown, Broncos! Dallas Goedert, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Lutz to try to add the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Charger drive about to get going. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter.
And his throw here's incomplete.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Now it's Herbert. And now here is another interception.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Here's Nix. And a quick throw here that's complete. And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. First down. Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the fourth.
They certainly are, and let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all. But in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. Mitchell will score. Touchdown, Broncos. Lutz will look to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Just a gain of a couple there. And it's second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Nick Bonito, the outside linebacker, coming up to drop him for a loss of a full 10 yards.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
21.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on second down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough.
Baylor Tigers! Baylor Tigers!
They'll bring a tight end in motion right.
Go.
4th down for Herbert. Desperation time. That is caught. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5. 2nd and 5. Now Herbert with it looking to pass.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
Herbert. They'll roll him out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
You can almost see all the defenders rubbing their hands together with glee because we all know they relish the chance to bring down a quarterback of his caliber. Anyone who brings him down has plenty to talk about. Not just a sack, but a big win built off the efforts of this defense.
Here we go on 4th. Herbert. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
So the 4th down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10. Dobbins running out of the gun. And he'll take this down to the 33.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 6.
Herbert now. Being chased out left.
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Damone Clark
Picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Here now a 3rd and 20.
Here's Herbert.
Now this one finds McConkey.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to make it 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
But Charles, they're still airing it out at this point despite that huge lead. And some people may be saying, well, why are they throwing the football? These guys, I guess, are just padding their stats at this point.
Yeah, there are a lot of big grins, I think, from people in their families, from themselves. You're exactly right. Pad the stats when you get an opportunity. It'll certainly help you come contract time.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Throwing Nix.
So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
He'll get that complete to Vele.
And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
yard line.
79 Bronco, 19 Lion.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Wide open receiver complete. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
Back to the ground here, Mitchell.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
9-yard line, 2nd and 6.
Let's go. Take go.
Now a throw here out wide. He might be looking to throw this again. That is incomplete. Well, they tried to take the shot there, but the defense, they read that double pass all the way, and now you've got third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. From the gun on third down, it's Nix.
And this will be caught, and the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Broncos 73, Chargers 14.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Charger drive about to get going. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here.
And as this defense walks,